Welcome to another episode of Asking Dr. Hansson. So I often get the question, how is it being a doctor? And a lot of times people think that, as a doctor, it's glorified, you're playing golf all day. And yeah, we do that. We do play golf. Not because we like it or it's fun or anything. It's just, because we can. But it's not always the reality being a doctor is very different to what you might imagine. So what you imagine is you're coming to the airport and you're checking in and you're like, okay, I'm Dr. Hansson. Oh, hello, Dr. Hansson. We give you some upgraded seats for free. But in reality, being Dr. Hansson is you're coming to the airport, you're waiting in line, and someone starts vomiting and they're shitting themselves. And then someone asks, hey, is there a doctor anywhere? We need a doctor. That's how it is being a doctor. You're dealing with shit, you're dealing with vomiting, you're dealing with sick people, you're dealing with scared people. It's a dirty job. It's like being a plumber, but worse, But yes, it's a well-paid job, but it can be quite repetitive. Like, I remember when I first started out, during my first 5 years of being a doctor, I was having this job at the medical clinic where I was just doing the normal GP stuff. And, I got a room and it didn't even have a window. And I was sitting on my ass the whole day and it would get numb. And I would just sit there and prescribe medications and listen to people. And I mean, it's great to help people, but it was like, this is not what I thought. Is this all there is to be a doctor? And then, like, after being a GP for a few years, you realize, the nurses, they can do what the doctors can do. It's just they're not allowed because, I've got a badge saying I'm a doctor, so I can prescribe medication and they can't. Being a doctor, it wasn't as well paid as I thought it was either, working for the medical center. Your wage is based on how many patients you see per hour. So if you want to be well paid, you need to just push the clients through the door, and that's not really what I wanted to do either. So now when I have my own clinic and I have a team of doctors, it's a lot better, because now I have the room with windows. But I have this thing, if you're a doctor working at my clinic, you will get a room with a window. I can guarantee you that. And we also rotate, so we do a few different things, and we have a service where the doctors goes out to patients, and so we're just mixing things up, because there's nothing worse than just sitting on your bum every single day, just doing the same things over and over again. So yeah, being a doctor can be really, and it's like every time someone sees you, they are depressed or anxious, or they think they have a heart attack, they think they're gonna die. It's always like everyone is so negative because no one goes to see the doctor when they're feeling great. Except those, those ones. The people that are not really sick, that comes in just to get, sleeping tablets and pain medication. Those dirty, drug-seeking sort of scum that comes in and thinks that we are some form of Santa Claus, We don't call them scum, but that's what doctors do. We don't like them, but at least they're not sick when they come. So, and then because of them, it's also hard for us to give our, patients that need this medication, because as a doctor, I have a cap on how much I can prescribe when it comes to medication that can be habit forming. So sleeping tablets, pain medication, I have a cap. So there is patients that I see that is in pain that I can't give the medication that they need, or the amount that they need, because if I do, then I have a legal body up my bum, Because if you prescribe more than a certain amount, then they will ask questions and they will start sort of an investigation, and you have to justify why did you do this, and it's really frustrating when you know people need things, and then I'm gonna become like a witch hunt if I prescribe too much. So it's a delicate balancing act. But yeah, being a doctor can be fun too, but it's not as glorious as you think. You're dealing with body fluids, and you know, sometimes I have patients that are you know, have, you know, a lot more screws loose than I do, and they might try to yell at you and kick you and bite you, and you know, or I try to give some medication, inject the medication to someone that is having mental health issues and have a, you know, an episode, and you're trying to, it's really stressful. And you know, I got bitten once by a lady with HIV, and thank God I didn't get it, but you know, it's risks. You have drug addicts coming in with needles and this and that, and it's not a glorified work. I mean, the golf, yes, and we make good money, but the problem is once you're a doctor, you know, the first thing you do when you're a doctor, you anchor your income to your expenses. Of course you do. So you buy a bigger house and a bigger, not a bigger wife, but a more elegant wife that is, you know, like a Ferrari. It costs more to maintain, and you have to order special parts from Europe and this and that. So at the end of the day, I end up stressing over bills, and I was like, why do I stress over bills when I'm a doctor? But you know, that's just how it is. But it's a good job. I like it. I like that you can help people, and the best is probably at the emergency. When you're working at emergency, that's the most interesting things you will deal with, and it's not as stressful as you think, because people really want to be there because you're helping them. So a lot of times you get to be a hero, so it's nice. And even a 12-hour shift at the emergency just goes boom like that, because there's always so much happening. So that is how it is being a doctor. If you have any questions for Dr. Hansson that you want him to answer, I will do my best. If I don't know it, I will research it, and then I will give you the answer. So thank you for watching, and till next time, over and out.